30 metres out. Last play, Cherry Evans under pressure there, got the kick away to Desco. Collins! Collins made it! Munster scores the try, and Queensland surely win Origin 1. Lindsay Collins, he thinks he's a full forward. He might have just won Origin for Queensland here in Adelaide.
DCE puts up a kick. Collins just trailing through. Could not believe his luck. Has a go at the ball. Beautiful right-hand offload to that man. Lindsay Collins out jumping Tedesco. Teammate on teammate.
Lindsay Collins supplying one of the great Origin moments.
Origin's an incredible thing. You would have grown up and there's so many great moments, but that's going to be replayed hundreds, if not thousands of times into the future.
100%. It's pretty mad. The big fella front rowers on the highlight reel. I don't know if Billy would let him put it in the same conversation as his early try, but I reckon it was gone.
Could you believe it? You watched it. You were there. You watched it live. Does it take a moment to appreciate what just happened?
It does, and it was a pretty, I think, random sort of thing that happened. It was pretty shocking and unexpected, but that's the type of player Lindsay is. I think you get rewarded for your effort, and he puts in a whole lot of effort to his game, so he always comes up with plays like that.
To see another, middle forward to do something like that over James Tedesco.
Yes.
Yeah, unreal. I was sort of behind Dozer, trying to follow Dozer, and then all of a sudden I look up and, Lindsay's there to catch the ball. I'm thinking, what's going on here? And he offloads it, obviously. We were all just dumbfounded. We couldn't believe what was going on.
I don't know whether you're religious, but is that a religious miracle? Is that?
It's a miracle, yeah. I'm not a religious man, but that's a miracle. That is a miracle.
Oh, mate, I just remember running over and Munn scored and everyone ran to Lindsay. Like, Munn's sitting there cheering by himself, looking around, and no one's even with him.
This one was a different one for me. Obviously being at home, watching it from the lounge, and seeing Big Dog go up like that, and obviously jumping over Teddy is it was crazy, and almost tore my hammy as well, jumping up, and kids were already asleep, and he's just a freak, and awesome to see Lindsay Collins get the accolades that he deserves.
And you've seen him catch bombs at training or chase kicks at training? Is he?
Yeah, I've seen him do a lot of kicking at training. Like, he'll come with us kickers and thinks he can show us how to do 40-20s and stuff like that, joking around. But I've never seen him catching a lot of bombs, no.
No. So you're safe to say it wasn't a set play?
No, definitely wasn't a set play.
Was he in shock?
He was.
Can you remember?
All you have to do is look at the footage, and he gets up and he's like, what's going on here? That's the same reaction for everyone. We were all just like, we couldn't believe it.
You've been around Origin, and that's a great moment. That'll be replayed over and over. You get that?
I hope so. I hope so for his sake, because our game naturally is drawn towards the tries in the corner, the acrobats, all those sorts of things, right? The great steppers of our game. But moments like that, I think, need to be cherished a bit more, because that late in the game, he would have been exhausted. So for him to put in that effort to get there, I think it's a really good reward, and I hope we show up for a long time.
In the aftermath, Lindsay's such a great guy, but I'm sure that there's got to have been some banter about how he managed to pull that off.
Yeah, I don't think there was. I think he's too nice, or he's too much, I don't know, respect for me. He didn't want to roll it in, but I think a few other boys had a few comments. But I had a few. We went up to Ipswich and I think after that, and a few fans reminded me about it, which is great. But Lindsay he's just a competitor. He's done that, some of those efforts that you probably don't see.
Can you remember that in that moment that he's coming and you can see?
I didn't know. I didn't know who it was. Yeah, I was just like, I looked back and I was like, it's Lindsay. I'm gonna hear about that.
I remember the kick. I remember just be onside, and then I was like, I'm half a chance here. So I thought, why not just have a crack, and went up, came down with it, and then Munster was there, so passed it to Munster, and then, I guess it's full credit to the boys sort of thing. But if he's not there, then that's not a thing. You know what I mean? It's probably just goes a catch, but it doesn't get the recognition that it got if it's not a try. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but you would have been in your rights to be in shock that you got it. You didn't pause, you didn't hesitate, you kept going, and
yeah, I guess flow state, body just takes over.
Did anyone mention it when you got back to the Roosters?
Nah, I think I played golf with Teddy and Boydo like 2 days later on the Thursday or
Not
something.
mentioned.
So, nah, not at all. So it was all, I don't know. We're pretty good at sort of, when we're at the Roosters, we're at the Roosters, and when we're at Origin, we're at Origin sort of thing.
So we go downstairs to Matty Adamson. Well, I guess at the risk of using a cliche, Matty, it's been a half of two halves.
Oh, it certainly has. After an outstanding start by the Newcastle Knights, the Sydney City Roosters got themselves back into this game, and it's certainly been on the back of some expansive type of football. Certainly.
Oh, here's a short kick taken by Uarte, and Aquila the thriller will get it across the line and score for Newcastle. Off the kickoff, if you don't mind.
You are kidding.
That's why he is Aquila the thriller. What a catch and what a run. Patterson, it was planned. Look at him come up above them, take it, step. He beats one. He charges over the top of 2 or 3 to get there as well. When you thought we were going to half-time all locked up, the Knights have the lead, courtesy of Uarte.
Get out of here. You are kidding. Even when he took that ball, I thought, well, he's got too much work to do. He's got too many players to beat. The last effort, after he stepped Minichiello, I thought, no, there's 3 Roosters there. He knocked them out of the road. That's the try of the year. That's the try of the year. It's got to be.
It'll be
fair dinkum.